Well, it is crazy pouring today. Unbelievable. This weather is insane. Luckily, I love the rain. It's straight up pouring though. Look at that rain, man. Oh my god. What is up, guys? Gary here. So today I'm going to be showing you a couple of examples of a photo shoot that I did yesterday. On top of that, I actually want to focus more on the lenses that I used because I have a couple of friends asking me questions of like, oh Gary, you know, your photo shoot went super well. Can you please show me the type of lenses you used? So I guess in this video we're going to show you guys the 3 different types of lenses I think that are pretty good to use. I know a lot of people are very stuck on using one lens. I don't really like using one lens. I specifically have a variety of lenses for the reason of being able to switch around my shots to give a different type of look, because every single lens has a different type of look, as you guys already know. So limiting yourself to one lens is just, you know, limits the type of shots you get. Also, I think it's a big problem where people are like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this whole shoot with one lens. I think it's a problem of maybe laziness, I don't know. But guys, use more lenses. So let's get into the video and I'm gonna show you guys the different lenses that I used and the reasons that I used them for, and why I think everybody should use these 3 lenses at least for family shoots. Alright guys. So before we start, welcome friends back to another video. My name is Gariy Borukhov. Welcome to our channel. Remember, this is a community, so feel free to ask questions on whatever you want, anything I happen to say. If you did not understand and you want a little bit more clarification, please feel free to ask a question in the comment down below. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, anything guys, please. Alright, let's get into it. So the first thing we have is the 24-70 lens. The 24-70 lens is, I'm going to call it the general lens. The reason I call it the general lens is because it's a great focal length to start with. The 24-70 is a zoom lens. So the family shot, even though we're doing it with a 24-70, is actually the most important shot, assuming you're doing a collage for the family. The family shot is the shot that goes really in the center of the living room. So that would be the mom, dad, and all the kids together. And that shot needs to be done first, because that shot's going to get the best expression. That's the shot that's going to get the eye first. Like a guest or something walks into the living room and is like, oh my god, that's a photo shoot you guys just did. That's a really nice picture. And they're going to see everybody smiling, everybody's having a good time, and that's going to be because you grabbed that moment with a 24-70 right away. So the reason you want to work with a 24-70 in the beginning instead of something like a prime, maybe a 50, is because the 24-70 really gives you a lot of flexibility. It zooms in all the way to 70, assuming you have a smaller family, and it zooms out all the way to 24 millimeters, assuming you have a larger family of maybe even up to 10 kids. So you want to get a nice background. So in this example I'm going to show you over here, we have for example, I posed the family up against the wall. I'm actually going to show you another example right after this. I posed the family right against the wall. Funny enough, this pose was actually done within seconds of meeting the family. I was like, hey guys, what's up? How you guys doing? My name's Gary. I greeted everybody, you know, I learned everybody's name, which is really important to know everybody's name. I was like, hey, you know what? Cool idea. How about you guys just stand against that wall, you know? So I had the client stand against the wall. I posed everybody really nice smiles, just everybody facing each other, you know, just nice scenic, very cool. I got that brick in the background. Put on like f3.2 or something just to get that sharpness. Blasted them with like maybe 30 pictures, which probably took me about 2 minutes. Please, when you're taking a family shoot, don't be like one of those boring people like, okay, so now we're gonna go towards the water and take a couple of shots. No, you're the photographer, okay? I know there are some commercials that are on YouTube especially. I don't know why they promote this stuff. Some old lady's like, oh, I don't think it's the photographer's job to put the subject at ease. You know what? It is your job, dude. You're getting paid a lot of money, and you're an artist, so do your job and be the best at your job. Be the best at what you do, because if you're not being the best at what you do, then don't work. Do another job. Work at a supermarket, because you are an artist. You're a perfectionist. That's why you're in this game. That's why you're in this business. So do the best that you can do. Sorry, I am ranting on a completely different subject, but it just bothers me when people don't give 100%. Give 100%, bottom line. So I went to the next scene, and I don't know, just somehow happened to be that this shot came out great. I scouted out location, obviously, because that's the professional thing to do. So I scouted out location. I took that second shot by the water. The family wanted a little bit more variety, so I did 2 shots. So I gave them 2 backgrounds to work with. I got that brick, and then I got that skyline with the water view. I understand people have this idea of putting people into bokeh world, which is what I call when people stop down to like 1.4 on a 50 lens, and you can't see anything but the subject. I call it bokeh world. So putting a subject into bokeh world, yeah, it looks cool, looks nice, and looks very dreamy, but you have to understand there's a balance, and as a photographer you should know that balance, and your art shouldn't just be bokeh. Maybe that's the type of thing that you do, but I think your art shouldn't just be bokeh. So try to play around with the f-stops. Go up to 4, go 5, go 7 if it's a sunny day, and just, you know, be okay with going higher stops. It honestly gives more background, and more background is better for you. Now let's go to the next lens, which is the 85, which is funny that I'm saying bokeh world, because now we're actually going to start putting people into bokeh world. So what we have here is the 85mm lens, and the 85mm lens is very important. The reason why the 85 should be in your bag is because it is a portrait lens. There is almost never that you don't need to take a portrait. You always need to take a portrait. You're doing a wedding, you need to take portraits. You're doing a family shoot, you need to take portraits. You're doing an event, you need to take portraits. Most of the time. If you're doing headshots, you need to take portraits. Anyway, that being said, the 85 is a phenomenal lens, very creamy, puts people into bokeh world. The 85 does such a good job at isolating the subject, which again is going to be great for that collage look, because not only are you getting a little bit of that background, you are also on top of that getting the subject isolated. Please make sure you get the kids first. The children are very important. Focus mainly on the children. You know, a picture is not only the composition, a picture is also the emotions that you put into it. So if I have a picture of a child or a 16-year-old, a teenager that looks like he's having a terrible time, guess what? The composition might be amazing, but the emotion is not there. Finishing with the 85, we're going on to one of the lenses I actually recently acquired, which is the 7200 lens. Now, the 7200 lens, let me explain to you its significance. The 7200 is an amazing lens. For example, I have these 2 girls, right? I took these 2 girls and I told them to hold hands, and I composed them in a way where I get that really nice background, but you have to understand we're in Dumbo, and to be able to get a shot with no people in the background is very hard. And this is where the 7200 comes in. You could zoom in, and that gets rid of all the extra people on the side. That gets rid of all of people passing by. Why? Because it's a compressed lens. So every time you zoom in, you widen the background and you get rid of everybody. And it focuses on the subject and the compressed version of the background. So I took 4 of the boys, right? As you can see in the shot, I took 4 of the boys and I put them together, and I also posed them, composed them really nicely. I try to make sure no one is in the shot. I used my 7200. The downside of using this 7200 is actually that I have to move back maybe 20 feet, not 20 feet, I'm exaggerating, maybe 10 feet, and I have to scream out loud, guys do this, guys do that. All the pictures that you're doing, all the pictures that you're taking should be color coordinated. So if I'm taking pictures in Dumbo, you're going to have colors like red, blue, yellow. So I have to work with those colors, right? So I get the water, I get the sky, I get the brick, right? I get the carousel, which is yellow. So those colors have to be incorporated in your shot. So as an artist, you should be able to put a collage together that looks very appropriate in terms of an overall picture. Make sure you're presenting the client with an overall picture that is pleasing to the eye. So when you're taking pictures, you're not really only supposed to focus on the fact that you're getting good individual shots. You have to not only make sure of that, but also on top of that, you have to keep in mind, be like, hey, this is going on a wall. So I have to make sure, are all these shots gonna look nice side by side to each other? So these are the 3 lenses that I choose to use: the 24-70, the 85 prime 1.8, and the 70-200. And those are what I believe, just the basics to be able to get a really nice tack on family photo shoot. Like I said, guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. If you like my material, please feel free to subscribe. Hit the like button, because the like button will promote my videos. This is Gary signing out. Till next time, thank you, friends. Have a good one.